Okay, okay. See, I thought I had everything ready to go. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to go. Okay, we're gonna start in centered pose. We're gonna use this first song to kind of come into center. So I'll set you up like physically, and do all the intro stuff and whatever. And actually, yeah, since I'm recording, I probably should be like, hi, my name is Kate Fauci. I am a HoopYogini certified instructor and mentor, and actually celebrating a little bit today because it is now actually fully official that I am now the director of student success at HoopYogini. So I just want to take a minute here to acknowledge that. I haven't done that yet this week. I mean, I've kind of acknowledged it, but like really fully now have the baton. I'm running with it, and I'm just really grateful and excited for that opportunity. So I have to introduce myself again. My name is Kate Fauci. I am the Director of Student Success at HoopYogini International. I am also a certified HoopYogini instructor and mentor. And this morning's class that we are recording and of course doing live here with some beautiful souls. This morning's class is Root Down, Rise Up. We do this occasionally on Saturday mornings. It's just a beautiful space to drop into and get some movement and have something that's fun. Okay, so back to you guys. Let's start the music. Let's go ahead and to get into centered pose. And like I said, we'll just use this first song to really drop into centered pose, feel into the body, and give ourselves just a moment of pause, because I think everybody can agree that with all of the things going on, back to school, seasons changing, all of the other things that we're being bombarded with, coming into the center of the hoop, coming into the center of our personal universe is like, it's home. It's that safe place. It's that sacred boundary where you can push everything out, be it personal or collective, whatever it is, and you can regain those roots and that grounding and that centeredness, and you can be more in tune to hear what that inner guidance is trying to tell you. And like they say, all we need is inside. And so this morning's practice, I want you to kind of tap into that inside. I want you to really come back home. So that way, when you step outside of the hoop and back into the world, you can carry that peacefulness and that security of home with you. So step into the center of your hoop. Feet are hip width distance apart. And I have been using this song a lot, but I just love it. So as you're rooting your feet down into the earth, rock the toes back and forth a couple times and just feel the connectedness to the earth. And then let your feet relax and root into the earth. Take a few inhales and exhales. Maybe bringing the eyes closed. Bend in the knees. Tuck the pelvis so that the heart and the hips are in a line. Bring the chin parallel to the earth. Ears in the same plane as the shoulders.
Ask about me, tell them I'm just taking my time.
Crown open and receiving.
Tell them not to go looking cause they won't like what they find.
Inhale and exhale.
And if they wonder what it is that keeps the spark in that shine,
allow yourself to drop into this space.
They're gonna wonder a long time. I want the dawn to break me open. Wanna breathe and be unbroken. I want it to take a while. I wanna be wild.
As you exhale, relax and release yourself into the center of your personal universe. We're gonna stand here in centered pose for a while. And so I want you to feel the points in your body that are supporting you. I want you to feel the breath draw up from the feet, through the pores, all the way up to the crown and back down and out.
If they talk about me, they can say what they please, I guess. All the sticks and stones, they should only leave a scratch. And if they wonder what it is that keeps me hanging on, they're gonna wonder long after I'm gone. I wanna feel the years I've traveled. I wanna let myself unravel. Every minute, every mile, I wanna be.
Full breaths in and out. Fill the whole torso with that revitalizing energy, that prana, that life force energy of breath. Notice as you stand in stillness in the center of your personal universe, notice what type of maybe discomfort arises, or maybe notice the sense of peace that continually starts to permeate through your core, throughout the interior of your hoop.
If they wonder what it is that keeps the spirit bright, let's keep on guessing.
Check in with your posture.
I wanna get out of my own way. I wanna fall into every day. Oh, I wanna be worthwhile. I wanna be.
Knees are bent, hips are tucked, heart over the pelvis. Let that heart shine, let the shoulders relax. Feel your wildness. Keep inhaling and exhaling. Notice the subtle undercurrents of energy. Noticing maybe how they've shifted as you find your roots and your stillness and your space in your personal universe. Start breathing lifts. Inhale the hoop up overhead. And as you exhale, lower the hoop and notice how this activates the body. As you continue your breathing lifts, inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Notice your stance. Notice your posture. Make sure you have the knees bent still and the pelvis is tucked. As you're inhaling, you come to the top and relax the shoulders a little bit before you exhale and lower down. As you take your breathing lifts, allow yourself again to close the eyes. Sense the movement in the hoop and the movement in the energy. As you lift the hoop, maybe imagining just erasing the stress, the tension, the perceived shortcomings of the week. And as you lower the hoop, thinking about drawing in all of the good, all of the joy, all of the gratitude, all of the accomplishment, reminding yourself of those. So keep inhaling and exhaling as you lift the hoop and lower it. Taking your own pace with your own breath, but letting the breath be full. Keep going with your breathing lifts. Beautiful. Just a few more. When you come back down to centered pose, pause here for a minute. Roll the shoulders up and back a few times. And then, even though you're holding the hoop, shake out a little bit. Just allow the body to kind of shake, maybe imagining you're just shaking everything off, shaking off those dead leaves off of your beautiful tree. And then inhale, roll the shoulders up and back, and relax into your centered pose again. Drop into this centered pose. Feet are hip width distance apart, knees are bent, pelvis tucked towards the navel. Navel zips up towards the solar plexus to let the heart shine and the heart float over the pelvis. Inhale and exhale and feel the activations present through shaking out the body, breathing lips, drawing back in all of the pieces of you, all of the power that you possess, inhaling as you draw it in, and then exhaling, letting it root and solidify into your being. Maybe a few inhales through the nose and out the mouth. Inhale the hoop up overhead. Let's take the feet a little bit wider so that you can start around the worlds. As you inhale and extend up, engage the core to protect the lower back as you fold, bend through the knees, navel towards the spine. And this again is the opportunity for you to find your own breath and your own pace. So keep going with your around the worlds. Beautiful. Make sure you're letting that breath move the body. Yes. And then as you're ready, inhaling up to the top and then switching sides. So the arms are extended, but each time you come up, check to make sure that those shoulders are relaxed. So a lot of times we come up and our shoulders are really high up and they're totally defeating the purpose, creating more tension instead of releasing it. So let the shoulders be loose and supported through the arms and the hoop, rooting into the feet. Each time you fold over, push into those feet. Yes. Take maybe one or two more times around and then bring the hoop up overhead, step the feet together, relax the shoulders, and then lower the hoop all the way down. Notice, the activation in the body. Inhale the hoop all the way up overhead and then fold forward into a standing forward fold. We're gonna pause here and take some breaths, do a couple of stretches. So just fold forward, pedal the legs out for a moment, take a few breaths to release that back body. Wonderful. From here, keep your left hand rooted in the earth underneath your forehead. Keep the knees fluid and the feet planted as you reach the right hand up towards the sky. Inhale and exhale. Feel that beautiful twist. As you exhale, bring the right hand down to the earth, on to the earth, and then the left hand floats up towards the sky. Bring the left hand down and then interlock the elbows. So grab opposite elbows, let the arms hang, let the body hang. Let that upper body kind of release towards the earth as you feel that stretch through the whole entire back body. Especially right away in the morning, if you take that breath and really fill that back body, you can release a lot of tension. Release the arms back down. Push down through the feet to lift all the way up. As you lift your hoop up to waist level, rolling all the way up. And then lifting the hoop all the way up overhead. As you have the hoop up overhead, readjust your footing and then take your feet wide. So not super duper wide, but probably wider than what you did in Around the World. The toes are pointed out. Inhale, have a nice bend in the knees, and then take that side arch again, extending straight. So you really want a straight line from the arm all the way down. So you don't want to be turned or too open. See if you can create that straight line. And then inhale up again. Engage the core as you start to arch the other way. That's the other piece, is engaging the core as well. Inhale the hoop up overhead. And then exhale the hoop back down with the feet still wide. Roll the shoulders up and back. Twice. And then roll the shoulders forward. Twice. Feet are still wide. Lift the hoop up overhead. And then put the hoop in front of you. As you go to do this, maybe turning the toes in just a little bit, having a nice solid stance in the feet. So you're pushing down into the feet, but you're making sure that the knees are still fluid. Because what you're going to do is you're going to take a forward fold and you're going to engage the core, but you're not going to go all the way down. You're going to go to a halfway lift. I'll turn sideways so you can kind of see what that looks like. So you want a flat back. And in order to achieve that, you want to engage the core, draw the shoulders back, hold the hoop on the outside instead of the inside. So you can kind of feel that engagement in the trapezius. And then start to roll the hoop side to side. Feel that engagement, oh baby. And then go ahead and release into a wide-legged forward fold. Use the fingertips to support you. I'm going to turn back towards you here. Stay in this wide-legged forward fold for a couple breath cycles, maybe pedaling out the feet. We want to get some good activations in the body, but we also want to make sure that we're stretching everything out nice. All right, so grab the hoop at 3 and 9 and extend it out in front of you again. Engage the core so that you can come to that halfway lift. From that halfway lift, then turn the right toes out and bring a bend into the knees and roll the hoop all the way over. And so here's where then you want to go ahead and readjust so that you can take your triangle. So opening up that lunge as you rolled over, opened up, bending that front right knee with the toe pointing the hoop, front heel in line with the back heel, and then reaching the arm up. Yeah, beautiful. Pushing down through the feet. And then extending the right leg long. So both legs are long now. You can also bring this arm behind the body if that's too intense, but you also don't want to let the head collapse. You definitely want to support the neck. Inhale and exhale. As you exhale, turn your heart towards the earth as you turn your hoop towards you, the hoop opening towards you. Turn the back toes in and then use that to kind of step forward into a staggered pose, which will be triangle. So back to that halfway lift. So kind of hinging at the hips, sending the hips backwards, engaging the core so you can find that halfway lift. Exhale, lowering and releasing your hands to the earth, hoop to the back. Exhale and inhale, and notice if in the legs you need to bring an extra bend into the knees, just because you shouldn't feel any super stretch in the back of the knees. In the back of the legs, yes, I can feel it in the back of my thigh, in the back of my calf, but I don't want to feel it in the back of the knee. Relax the head and the shoulder. Notice how quickly maybe your heart started to pump. Take a few breaths to just let that relax a minute. And then taking an inhale, exhale, breath cycle, take that left foot and bring it up to meet the right. So you're in a full standing forward fold. Pedal the legs out, shake the head. Inhale, exhale. Wonderful. Grab the hoop at 3 and 9, push down through the feet so that you can lift up and then open the feet back to center. Arms overhead, feet are wide. And then again, root down into those feet. Inhale, exhale, side arch. Inhale, back to center, and then exhale, side arch again. Inhale up to center, and then we'll take that forward fold. So take the full forward fold first. Let the hoop relax on your back. Take an inhale and exhale breath cycle in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then grab that hoop at 3 and 9. Push down through the feet, engage the core, extend the arms out with the hands on the outside of the hoop so you can find that halfway lift again. Your gaze should be on the earth. Your tailbone should be drawing backwards as well as your shoulder blades. Core is engaged. Halfway lift. Roll the hoop side to side as you inhale and exhale, and then roll the hoop all the way over as you turn that left foot out and find that foundation. As you root into the foundation, then lift the hand up, arm is out, left extended outwards. Let's see. Looks good. Looks good. Look up towards that right hand. Inhale and exhale. Straighten that left leg now. Woo, feeling the burn. Feeling the burn. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Turn the heart towards the earth, the hoop towards you. Back toe turns in and steps forward for your pyramid on this side. So again, extending the hips backwards, the shoulders backwards, pushing down through the feet, finding that halfway lift. And then exhaling all the way into that pyramid, that forward fold, stretching out fully through the back of the legs. My goodness. So this is where you find that breath, root down into the feet and into the breath. Your next inhale and exhale breath cycle, step your feet together into another forward fold. This time use the fingertips and walk the fingertips to the right, hinging at the waist. Beautiful. Keeping the hips square with the feet, walking the fingertips over to the left. Walk your fingertips back to the center. Push down through the feet to lift all the way up. You can lift the hoop up overhead. Step back to center. And then lower the hoop all the way down. At this point, coming back into centered. Coming back into centered pose. Let's return to this space here, halfway through our time together, rooting down into the feet, rocking back and forth gently. Knees are bent, pelvis is tucked, heart is aligned over the hips. Roll the shoulders up and back. Take 3 inhales and exhales in through the nose and out through the mouth. Cleansing and clearing breaths to help cleanse and clear and move the energy, our emotions, our energy in motion. They are meant to move through us, not to be stored. And so as you're moving this morning, you're moving those emotions that maybe got a little stuck this week or from whenever. But just feel that expansiveness, feel the space within your hoop for that love and that acceptance. And then let's start centered twists. Step the foot out, turning to one side, pointing the back toe, stepping to center. and pointing and twisting. So as you are rooting into centered pose, I'm going to throw on a little song quick, and we'll do some centered twists here with breath. Inhale, exhale, center, exhale, twist. Okay, yeah. Twist it out. So as you're doing this, you're creating detoxifying heat. You're giving your abdominals and your digestive system a massage. You're opening up those hip flexors that tend to be tight from being sedentary a lot of the day. So as we move through this song with our centered twists, there'll be some spaces I'm going to invite you to move. Allow yourself a little bit of expression and flow. Plant the feet, but let the hoop sway. Let yourself sway with it. And then if you want to try some schmirkles, where you're tracing the hoop, or if you want to do a couple of around the worlds, or if you just want to twist and sway, give the next few breath cycles the opportunity to just flow. Maybe smile a little bit too, okay? Haha, there we go, there we go. Breathe, feel how allowing a little bit of flow and a little bit of movement kind of frees up space and energy. And then bring yourself kind of back towards that center, swing with the hoop. Inhale and exhale. And then start your centered twists again. Keep going. Hoop is horizontal. The grip on the hoop is loose. Following the horizon with your gaze. Beautiful. We're starting to sway and come back into center. Wonderful. Feeling that little bit of momentum that you create, feeling that swirling of beautiful energies in the hoop. Bring the eyes closed, bring the feet hip width distance apart, root down into the center of your personal universe here. Inhale and exhale and notice the activations in your body. Where can you feel your body's aliveness? Maybe the arm muscles are really feeling activated today. Maybe the legs are like, hey, we're here. Trying to make it as positive as possible. Personally, in my legs, I can feel, what I've been asking of them, but also feeling a sense of rootedness. through maybe a little bit of the soreness. So here in this space, just take a few breath cycles to be an observer within your own body, tapping in to cultivate that really strong mind-body connection. There's no right or wrong, and there's no fixing anything. I just want you to take a few breaths here to really see, feel, imagine. Beautiful. Inhale the hoop up overhead and just bring the hoop in front of you. I want you to focus on the feet first before we move into, we're going to do just a warrior sequence. So if you set the feet wide, let's turn the right toe out first, keeping the back left leg at a 45-degree angle. So if you're feeling like you want to pull the feet further apart, you can do that. We will eventually bring a bend into the knee. So just know that you want to make sure that you can feel that solid foundation, you can feel that activation in the leg, and that your leg is extended so that the weight is going down into the back edge of the foot. You also want to check in the front to make sure that that knee is in line with the ankle and that the knee isn't overextending past the toe. So now that you have a really beautiful foundation built, grab the hoop. Inhale the hoop up overhead and then bring it behind you so that you can take those goddess arms. The arms are, the triceps are parallel to the earth. It's like a goal post, right? And so this is your warrior two with goddess arms. Inhale and exhale, drop the shoulders and kind of plug the shoulders in so the heart shines. Zip up the core so that the heart is still aligned over the hips. Let the gaze be forward and take a few inhales and exhales to feel your own strength here. Maybe you're a little shaky. Maybe this is a good challenge. This is a good challenge. Breathe in and out and breathe past that. Oh my gosh, breathe past it. Keep holding. One more. Yes. Okay, so go ahead now and rotate the hoop behind you. So we're taking a peaceful warrior. If it's easier to drop this left hand and let it slide down the thigh, you can. If you want to lift the hoop up like this, you can. I really like doing it this way because it's a really nice, it's pretty, first of all. It's pretty, but it's also, it just feels really good. Inhale and exhale again. Not opening up too far back, trying to keep that alignment. Rotating back towards your warrior two with goddess arms. And then let's go ahead and straighten this front left leg and turn the right toe inwards. Heel toe yourself just a little bit closer together and bring the feet back underneath you. So you still have your goddess arms. And then once you bring your feet back a little bit closer, let's do some goddess plies. So you want to turn the toes a little bit more slightly out. You also want to, again, make sure the knee is kind of in line with the ankles and that as you're going down, your knee isn't extending past the toe. And also to do that, pointing the tailbone down. So you may not be able to go down too far and you may be able to feel a really good squat. Like I don't go down far yet and that's okay. But what you want to feel is that activation up the back of the legs and in the glutes, squeezing the legs kind of open towards each other or towards the backs of them. I don't know if that made sense, but whatever. Find your plie. Plug the shoulders in, push down through the feet. Feel that. Inhale and exhale. And then straighten the legs, lift the hoop up, full wide-legged forward fold because this is going to feel so good. Oh, take an audible exhale just like I did, working that throat chakra, clearing that throat chakra out. Inhale. Whatever sound comes out is the sound that needed to be released. Relax through the shoulders. Sweet. Keeping the feet wide. Push down through the feet to lift the hoop all the way up again. We're going to the other side. So you can just hold the hoop up overhead as you start to kind of take your left toe out, bending that left foot or that left knee, excuse me, right leg is extended, then the heel in the front is in line with the arch of the back foot. And then once you feel nice and sturdy and stable in your warrior pose, and go ahead and bring those goddess arms in. Awesome. That looks good, gals. Okay. So you're aligned, you're rooted, you're strong warrior goddess or God, depending on who's catching the replay, right? Feel that, right? Root into the feet. Let the shoulders plug in, but be relaxed. Let the core be engaged. And then as you inhale and exhale, take that peaceful warrior, yogi's choice as to how you want to do it. Maybe you rotated just like I did. Maybe you slid the hand down and reached the hoop up. Wherever you're at with that, find that peaceful warrior. Knowing that force creates resistance. And as a peaceful warrior, flow through life. Coming back to center. Yes. Straightening that leg, turning the toe forward, inhaling the hoop up, and then back to that forward fold. Don't worry, we'll still do some more goddess plies, but I think we need to do a forward fold first, just to take a moment. Pedal the legs out, inhale, exhale. Okay, grab the hoop at 3 and 9, push down through the feet to lift up. Hoop comes all the way up overhead, back to your goddess arms, finding that goddess plie stance. So maybe the ankles are a little bit closer together, the toes are a little bit more pointed outwards. And then again, squeezing in and lowering down, not letting the toes extend. So if you see the toes, if you can't see the toes anymore, then walk the feet out a little bit and keep squeezing through the legs. I had that moment where I didn't know where to look. I looked at the TV, I looked at the computer, then I was like, oh, there's the camera. Hi, guys. Find your plie. Lower down, zipped up, tailbone rooted, and then lift all the way up, back to that forward fold. Woo! Heel toe the feet closer together so you're in a standing forward fold. And again, pedal the legs out. Very, very, very slowly. Bring a really generous bend into the knees. Use the fingertips for support. As you inhale, start to roll upwards. You can bring the hoop with you however it feels comfortable. Extend and expand upwards, maybe even arching back nice and gently, being very cautious of keeping the breath with you and then coming back into centered pose. Okay, yeah, I need a little bit of a drink too. Before we start to kind of cool down a little bit, yeah, grab your beverage of choice this morning. And then I just want to take the next few, like maybe 3 or 4 minutes to kind of work into some waist tubing a little bit. And just, check in with some pointers. So the from the core portion of the HoopYogini practice covers how we waist hoop in HoopYogini. There's plenty of ways to get a hoop going around your waist. However, in the HoopYogini world, we have some techniques that can help the practitioner learn to waist hoop faster. And waist hooping is fantastic. Not only does it kind of make you feel like a pro, but it also burns a ton of calories, tones the core, strengthens the spine. So there's actually a lot of physical benefits to being able to waist hoop as well. And the other really cool thing about waist hooping, I feel, is that it is an accessible challenge. So when people start and are starting to learn to waist hoop, myself included, it doesn't stay up for very long, right? You're learning, you're building the muscles, and you're learning how to do that and how your body reacts and responds. And then, before you know it, you're just you know, and you're doing your thing. And so when you have those moments of reflection where you can see that you've achieved this accessible challenge, that creates that motivation and that self-confidence. And so as you can see, waist hooping is not just waist hooping. It's so much more than that. So I invite you not to overthink it. The worst thing that can happen is the hoop is going to drop and you just got to pick it back up, right? So when we waist hoop in the HoopYogini world, we have a nice wide foundation. So this is called, you know, like our foundation pose, and the knees are fluid. And when we hoop in the HoopYogini world, we go side to side, side to side. We don't have this like rotating thing. It's side to side, side to side. So each time you're pushing into the hips, you feel the push into the feet, and you're having the hoop, you know, really at waist level. You don't want it too high and you don't want it too low. And then one other pointer too, if your butt is out, the hoop is down. So anytime your butt goes out, the hoop goes down. And a lot of times your butt goes out because you're looking down at the hoop. So as you're going side to side, side to side, side to side, hula hooping, then you want to make sure that your gaze is forward. So it's perfect when I'm recording, because then my gaze is forward. But you'll notice if you start to look, your butt will go out and your hoop will drop, and that's okay. So from here, you're going side to side, side to side, side to side. So you have that motion. Now to get the hoop going, what you'll do is you'll release the left hand and then you'll push the right hand into the belly, or whatever your dominant side is. So I'm right-handed. So sorry, Priya. She's like, God, that was rude. Well, anyways, so as you push in, obviously you let go of the hand. A lot of times people bring it to their heart or they'll bring it out to keep it out of the way. And then pushing in. And then as you see, as soon as I pushed my hip to get the hoop in rotation. So again, this takes a little bit of practice. And what I would recommend is, you know, side to side, side to side, side to side. And then as you're going, then you'll push the hoop and push the hip to get it going. Keeping the heart and the hips aligned is super helpful. And so again, coming back to center, trying it the other direction too, because when you learn how to be what we call hoopodextrous, we really are creating a stronger bilateral communication between the brain as well. And when we strengthen the communication in the brain, it makes us smarter, and smarter is sexy. And so we're just getting sexier and smarter and more amazing. So, you know, like I said, it's so much more than just waist hooping. Anyway, so take a few moments here. I'm just going to throw on I think I'm going to throw on like a 2-minute song, and I want you to just practice. And I'm going to be able, I want to be able to kind of watch and see if I can offer any assistance. And if the music gets to the point where you feel like dancing and doing some freestyling, please do. Nice and wide. Side to side, side to side, side to side. And yep, the worst thing that'll happen is the hoop will drop and you pick it back up. But as you can see too, like as soon as I stick my butt out, that does not work. Or if I'm looking at the hoop, can't keep it going. So notice where maybe some of those tendencies for you are. Rock it, Renee, rock it. And then after you feel like you have it going, then, you know, and you're going side to side, making sure that the knees aren't locked out. So as you notice, like here, it's harder to move when the knees are bent and they're locked, as opposed to having more fluid knees engaging the lower body as well, pushing into the feet as you go side to side, keeping the hoop up at that waistline. And then again, once you get the hoop going, you can, you know, maybe Try some arms and get the upper body involved, or just keep trying, right? Just keep picking it up and trying. You're getting more rotations, Rachel. You're getting more rotations. So yeah, and a lot of times too, it's really helpful when you're working into waist tubing, side to side, just stand there and go side to side and really push the hips out to the side, not the butt or the front, but the actual literal side to side with those hips. And again, building that muscle memory. Keep going, make sure you're smiling. It helps when you smile. And again, you know, you feel good one way, start trying the other way. Beautiful. Or if you're tired now, maybe you want to try some spiral ins and spiral outs. Inhaling and lifting the hoop as you swirl. Exhaling, lowering the hoop as you swirl. I think this always feels good too. Beautiful. Yeah, girl. Woo! Oh, good, good, good. Good work. Good, good work. HoopYoginis. All right, let's come back to centered pose. Let's bring everything back into center. Let this beautiful practice that you carved the time out to do integrate. Coming into centered pose, rock on the feet a little bit. So like come up on the toes, go to the heels, let yourself shimmy and shake a little bit to really come into that centered pose. Root those feet down, let them plant. Bend the knees, tuck the pelvis, roll the shoulders up and back. Let the heart shine as it aligns over the hips. Allow the chin to be parallel to the earth. Relax the shoulders, but plug them in. Let the crown be open and receiving, and the feet send roots deep and wide into the earth. See, feel, imagine this as you are the tree, the bridge between heaven and earth. You're a beautiful channel, and you have now cleared your channel, tuned in to that higher frequency as you move through your practice today. Inhale and exhale and feel that knowing. Take a moment here as you are in the center of your personal universe. Find a prayer, wish, or intention for today. Honestly, the first thing that popped up in my head was world peace. So my prayer, wish, or intention for today is world peace. And so supercharging that intention by taking your inspired lift. So step the foot out to the right, lift the hoop up, point the left toe. As you exhale, turn back to center and take your twist to the opposite direction. Inspired lifts with twists. Inhale and exhale. Thinking of that intention and thinking of that hoop as the amplifier as you send it up and out, releasing attachment as you twist. Taking this moment to be solely focused on that prayer, wish, or intention, and that breath. One more, and then plant the feet, sway side to side. Let yourself come back into centered pose, rolling the shoulders up and back, finding that beautiful stance, that beautiful posture, present moment awareness, where all is well and anything is possible. The center of the personal universe where your personal peace, your authenticity, your beautiful light is bright, shining, fortified. Just for today, we will not be angry. Just for today, we will not worry. Just for today, we will do our work honestly. Just for today, we'll not be angry. Just for today, we will be kind to every living thing. And just for today, we will be grateful. As you're inhaling and exhaling, taking in these Usui Reiki principles, think of something that you're grateful for. Think of something that you're grateful for today. Inhale and exhale. And let's take that inspired lift. Step that foot out, lift that gratitude up, send it out, multiply it, because it is gratitude that creates joy. It is not joy that makes us grateful. So as you cultivate this gratitude and send it out to the universe, you're multiplying your joy. You're opening your hoop portal and allowing that joy to pour in as you send out the gratitude for that which is most sacred and most important to you. So as you inhale and exhale, feel that activation within your energy. How beautiful it is when you are just full of gratitude, when you let that gratitude pour out of you and then pour back in the way of joy, love, and peace. A few more times. And then pause, sway side to side, be in this beautiful momentum of high vibrating energy. So if you imagine what that looks like as this beautiful energy of gratitude and love and surrender is swirling around in your hoop. And then bring the feet back into centered pose. Inhale the hoop up overhead and bring it in front of you. Bring the hands to heart center and just be in a nice, relaxed stance. Take a moment to close the eyes, relax the shoulders, and feel your hands at your heart. Feel the unconditional love that is available from the heart center and extend that to yourself now. Acknowledge yourself for showing up for a practice, showing up for yourself, moving your energy, moving your body. And as you exhale, exhale into alignment. Take a few full breaths. And you can say out loud, my energy is fully restored. This time, inhale the hoop up. And proclaim it, my energy is fully restored. And then exhale the hoop down to heart center. Feel the heart center. And one last time out loud, my energy is fully restored. May we be safe and protected. May we be healthy and nourished. May we love and be loved, and may we truly be happy. May your practice bring you peace, and may you share this peace with the world. Namaste. Thank you. Yay! Great job. Oh, come on, catch up now, computer. There we go. My internet connection is unstable. Was I cutting in and out a decent amount?